To Wrestle Talk Episode 1. This is Quintonius coming at you. I can't do any good videos. This is like my third time recording because I can't do this while playing games that well. But I believe this is the perfect game. Oh, no. Survival games. But I'm going to try to capture the flag. So, first off, this is going to be gameplay, but I'm going to just be talking about wrestling. So, let's start off with NXT Revolution, even if you didn't watch it, because it was great. The Ascension were taken down by Hideo Itami and Finn Balor, and I was scared when Finn Balor came out, because he looked like the boogeyman, and it looked like something bad was going to really happen. I bought a t-shirt of that, like, attire, and it's really cool. You can go check it out at WWE.com. And now, let's talk about TLC. First off, excellent beginning match. I think that was one of the best matches of the night, if not the best. And so, let me think. Ziggler did great. He got up every single time he got taken down, and that thing that, for you, those of you who haven't watched it, this is going to be hard to understand, but for what Luke Harper did, that really cool thing that Luke Harper did to Dolph Ziggler, the thing where he hit his head in between the ropes with the ladder, that didn't look painful to me. I don't know why. Didn't look as painful as it happened to be. Then in the TLC match with Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose's elbow drop's awesome. However, that chant that came afterwards was sort of immature of the crowd, let's just say. I didn't like how he ended off with the TV exploding in his face. It just was a bad end, and if that was the end of the rivalry, then that would ruin, like, a lot of things I'd love to see on WWE. Am I recording? Yes, okay. Just double checking. So, I also liked how, sorry, I'm sorry, I'm now red team, okay. So, I liked it how, on Raw, they had a steel cage match, though they should have predicted that it was going to be there, considering there was a huge steel cage hovering above everyone the whole, like, time, because they couldn't just, like, randomly have a steel cage appear. Chris Jericho should have beat up Paul Heyman. That would have been awesome. Sadly, that's not what happened. He got beat up by Brock Lesnar. What Roman Reigns did to Fandango sucked. Like, Fandango was the worst possible target for him to attack. But I get the meaning of it, trying to save Chris Jericho slamming. Now, upcoming tonight is the Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose, like, I don't know how to explain it. Either a match or a talk or something. But it looks really interesting. And I can't wait to see what happens. As for my predictions for the future, let's go to the Rumble. For the Rumble, I can see, since the Ascension are going to debut, them fight for the tag team titles, and win, because they are really good. Then for, what am I thinking about? NXT Revolution. Let's go back to that for a sec. So I really liked how Sami Zayn won that match. He almost did sort of turn into a bad guy there, but he chose not to choose the bad path, which was good for him. And yeah. Now, the thing about that was that Tornado DDT looked like he basically suplexed him, more or less. It looked like he pulled him over his head and just threw him onto the ground instead of just flat out actually DDTing him. but it was still a great match, especially with like the 2 or 3 haluva kicks that happened. Afterwards, what Kevin Owens did was predicted by me. I honestly believed 100% the whole time that Kevin Owens was going to do that. Back to the Royal Rumble. At the Royal Rumble, I think that's going to be Roman Reigns and Dolph Ziggler. Going into the future, I think one of these two will definitely be taking home, fighting for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. The only other pick I could think of was Dean Ambrose. Of course, there's plenty of others like Cesaro and Bray Wyatt. I just don't feel like this is going to be their year. That was Wrestle Talk pretty much. I'm going to check how long this went for. I'll be right back. So we have a few more minutes. So I'm just going to talk about some more things. Of course, each week I'm going to talk about that week on Wrestle Talk. Not every single week. Don't want to do these every week. Maybe once or twice a month. And yeah. I know I've been doing Quintonius and Friends. It's just been hard for me and Steven to get around to. But I can promise you sometime in the future we're definitely going to have another. Possibly with Logan. So, with that in mind, I'd like to talk about a touchy subject. CM Punk. And so I saw listened to both podcasts with him and Colt Cabana, and they were really good. However, well, I forget, but a lot of things that confused me were why did, never mind. I'm not even know what I'm trying to say. Just trying to think of something off the top of my head. Let's just talk about him signing with Marvel and UFC. For Marvel, I'm really excited to read the comic. I mean, I've always liked superheroes, but I've never really bought a comic. I don't know how to get them and whatnot. And then for UFC, I'm excited to see what he can do in real fighting. The only thing is that everyone's like saying on the internet that they want to see him get hurt. Honestly, I think CM Punk could do really good. For the extreme things he's done in WWE, it looks like he could do pretty extreme things in UFC. UFC is real, so it's like 10 times more dangerous, but that's probably 10 times more why it will look awesome. And so I may end up watching that. I'm just gonna give you my next few months. I'll do this every episode. Championship predictions. Who I predict to be champion by at the end of the year. So I have like a minute and a minute and a half left to tell you. To tell you all about who I predict to win the to have championships. Sorry, I'm not even gonna pay attention to this anymore. Just gonna go around doing random stuff. So I predict Rusev to be still United States champion. And I think he actually may not be United States champion. I think either Jack Swagger or Zack Ryder could be United States champion, and here's why. I heard rumors about them bringing back the European title, and I think that's going to be Rusev's title. Now, by the end of the month, if Bad News Barrett returns, then you can count on me thinking that he's going to be champion, him or Dolph, by the end of the month. I mean, the end of the year. WWE World Heavyweight Champion will do last. Divas. I predict Natalya since she won on Raw, and that would be a really interesting twist. Since I've heard on Total Divas she really wanted to be the Divas Champion again. I may be wrong though. Tag Team. Obviously not at the end of this month. I do predict that the Ascension are going to be champions pretty soon. However, who I think is going to win or have it by the end of this month, if not Miz and Mizdow. Golden Stardust of the Usos. That's a really hard one because there's a lot of different tag teams and it's very interesting. And lastly, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be Brock Lesnar, sadly, because he's not going to come back till the Royal Rumble, I'm pretty sure. And that means no champion.